Hello guys and welcome back to Lego's Island. So today we're going to be showcasing the Earth Day party for 2024, which starts here on Earth Day and ends on April 25th. So it's only a 3-day party because in 3 days we have the graduation party on April 25th, which is its own standalone event. So this is only a 3-day party, much like the last one. The difference this time is that, well, it's 1 day later. So that's cool. With that said, let's jump right into the party. Oh, fun fact, it's actually been a whole year since Earth was introduced to the island. That's awesome. So yeah, he's here to obviously, of course, not only be here for the party, but also to celebrate that too. So, anyway, let's automatically jump in by, of course, picking up the glow pads. Let's put it on, and that is how it looks. It looks really cool. Looks mainly just like the Earth, for the most part. Nice. Anyway, here is the port, which it is all decorated for Earth Day. And honestly, I think this looks even better than the previous year, if I'm being quite honest. Anyway, we have an Earth statue right here, and there's actually a ton of those across the island as well. Also, you may notice the color scheme is a combination between light blue and dark blue, alongside light green and dark green. Nice variety of colors, right? With that said, the subway also shares the same thing. Actually, sorry, that is across this entire party, the whole color scheme. Like, what you see in the port is basically what you'll be seeing throughout the whole party. I'd better just tell you that, because it's all true. The subway also looks like this as well, which honestly looks really cool, and also this banner looks so cool, and we will get to where that is later. With that said though, port honestly looks amazing. The design looks really nice. And yes, I did put a ton of spruce trees, by the way. You will see these everywhere, so do keep that in mind. Underground Party Room is not updated unlike the Easter Fool's Party, but during the graduation party, it will be updated. I didn't feel like updating it this time around because we just updated it for both the anniversary and Easter Fools. So I have to take a little break. And we'll be back with the graduation party, because we just did that for 2 events in a row. That said, this is honestly really cool. And now, let's move on to the balcony. Which, by the way, looks like this. Looks nice, right? Okay, I was wondering if it was coming for a second. This is how the balcony looks. It honestly looks really, really nice. By the way, so these two don't blend in too much. Down there is the diamond and weathered copper ore. Yeah, the ox copper. And up here is lapis and the weathered copper. Nice. I did that here so these two don't blend in here. Just to clarify. This is meant to look like an Earth, obviously. Which honestly, this does look really nice. Oh, I didn't expect he was on top of there. Okay. Regardless, this is a very nice room. Next up is my cave, which, as you can see, is pretty cool. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah, that was still from the Easter Fool's Party for some reason. Oh well, guess I never changed that. I guess that too. Man, what the heck is going on with Mac? Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that till like right now. Those should be hopefully the only things I have to fix here. I really do hope. I apologize. Back to the tour. This is how it looks, by the way. It looks really nice. And it looks all decorated for Earth Day. And yes, we did end up getting all the eggs back. Some of them actually came from the water park anniversary, apparently. As you may remember, we did have to hunt down some eggs for that, but that was in Celebration of Easter. Apparently, it looks like it came from here. But how the heck was that possible? This was before they were still in there. I don't know how that works. That said, this is how it looks. It looks really nice. And once again, it's not decorated down there. At this point, I just don't feel like decorating down there. Although I feel like decorating the ores, though. That is so much better! Alright, now I should be done. And I mean for real, I really do hope. That said though, this honestly looks so cool. Yeah, honestly, I am very glad that I did that. The cave honestly looks really, really nice. I do love the little earth thing that I did alongside that. With all that being said, guys, that is super, super cool. And now we are going to move on to the next room. The next room being the lodge. Which, just to clarify, unlike the Easter Fool's Party, it is not decorated. So we're only going to be on the outside. Actually, genuinely speaking, remember the 900 episode party where basically none of the inside rooms are decorated? Well, that same thing applies here outside of the cave. I'm not kidding, actually. I just didn't feel like doing it this time around. Not because I'm lazy. That wasn't planned. I just want to make myself very clear here. Anyway, this is how the lodge looks, at least on the outside. By the way, it's also where we can find our next item, the Earth Day 2024 shirt. Putting it on, that is how it looks. I didn't want to do diamond here because I feel like these two would have blended in too much. So I decided to do something clever and make them slightly darker so they don't blend in. Much like how I don't want the balcony to blend in with the decorations up there. See, I'm actually being smart here. Anyway, now that that item is out of the way, here are all the decorations. We got a ton of streamers and banners alongside another Earth statue right here. Pretty cool. What do you guys think? Oh, and by the way, we do have some trees here, as you can clearly see. This honestly looks really nice. What do you guys think? These are like a ton of trees. Like I said, you were going to be seeing these everywhere in this party. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, what do you guys think of this awesome Earth Day design? Honestly, I think this actually looks really nice. What do you guys think of this design? Comment down below. Let's move on to the blacksmith shop, and I have no need to pause it since it's right here. As you can see, it is another design. And now we have a dark blue Earth. I think there's like one other one. Actually, the one you saw in the cave and this one, I think are the only two to be like that. Actually, I think that might actually be the only two Earth statues here that are light blue like that. I guess I'll see later when I go to the other rooms. Regardless, this is how it looks. It looks very nice. And yes, like a lot of the other events, it is decorated on the inside as well. Anyway, with all that being said, there is not too much to say about the blacksmith shop, so we are going to move on. Next up is the medieval park, and much like a lot of the other events, it is the only park to be decorated in this party. The only other one to not have that happen is the Easter Fool's Party. This is also where we're going to collect our next item, the Earth Day 2024 medieval banner. Let's put that on, and we'll take a copy. There we go. And that is how it looks. Looks very nice, and you'll obviously notice it's around the rest of the room too, so that's pretty cool. Oh, 1 second. I didn't notice that. I swear, I thought we were done fixing things. Dear God, that tradition's coming back. That's not good. Regardless, this is how the room looks. It looks very nice. And honestly, I do hope you guys love these banners. Not only just the medieval banners, but also the other banners you've been seeing around the island. Which, again, that is also an item, obviously. By the way, there's actually 5 items total in this whole party. It's like the last few events where there's only been like 3 or 4. Although the last event, there was like, I think like 13 items total. I think in the last one, if I recall. Regardless, this honestly looks really freaking cool. What do you guys think of this? Obviously here on the inside it is of course updated for this party respectively. That would make total sense. And of course it is obviously updated here on the inside as well. Of all the banners. As in usual tradition. Let's make our way up here. There we go. Of course it is obviously updated up here. Of course, on the castle balcony. It is obviously updated. Looks very nice. What do you guys think? Up here is obviously updated with all the respective banners. This honestly looks very nice. And of course down here is updated as usual. And guys, that is it for the medieval part. Now this one's going to be a bit of a surprise. Yeah, it's actually updated. So, with all that being said, we have the recycling plant. And yes, it's actually located here this time around. Although it's actually slightly smaller, actually, because I had to fit it in here. Also, why is it located here, you're probably wondering? I had to put it somewhere. Also, secondly, most importantly, the gardens are here. So that would make total sense. Although those are here all year long, the decoration's obviously not. But it's actually updated. And like this is the first time in months the other side of the island's actually updated for something. I do apologize that it's been a while. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Well, to the rest of the room. As you may notice, it is all decorated for this party. And genuinely, this looks honestly really nice. Very, very nice. But, oh yeah, actually, yeah, I forgot to mention, there are actually banners in here. Should have mentioned. Anyway, let's continue. Because as you can see, like I said, a lot of decorations are here. The gardens, as you know, are here all year long, hence why I decorated this room in the first place. Because, like, it only makes the most sense. And that's really it for the other side of the island. There's not much to really say, if I'm being quite honest, outside of some decorations. So, with all of that being said, guys, we are going to move on. Next up, guys, is the Pet Cemetery Mountain, which, by the way, is where we will find our next item, the Earth Day 2024 banner. Put that on. And that is how it looks. Now we are holding both banners, respectively. Looks really nice. Now that that item is out of the way, this is a very cool room. And honestly, I didn't expect to go to this extent, by the way, so this is how it looks. This honestly looks really nice. And yeah, even the subway looks really nice. But yeah, I was not expecting to go to this extent. Holy frick. Also, when you see the village, you'll truly know what I mean. Like all the other rooms, in here is not updated. Anyway, with that out of the way, as you can see, this whole place is decorated with a ton of spruce trees, as you can see. And we do got some Earth Day banners over here as well. What's actually funny is that you may notice they're actually in the spots where the candy canes normally are. Or at least most of them. I'm talking about the trees. Well, these are placed here that normally don't have candy canes in them. And we're talking where the candy canes normally are for Christmas. Like, all the banners and trees are literally where those are normally. Just thought I'd mention. Well, except for right here. I don't know, just didn't feel like doing that. Anyway, this is honestly a very, very cool room. What do you guys personally think of the room? This honestly looks really cool. And yeah, with all that being said, I may as well move on to the village because, well, it is the last room in this whole party. And since all the inside rooms aren't decorated, it is actually the last room in the whole party. But let me just give you a small overview of it right there. Lastly but not least, guys, is the village. But before we head in there, as you may notice, the subway is, of course, decorated for this party. That said, now, this is what I meant by I don't think I needed to go to the extent that I did. Also, this is where we're going to find our final item, the wolf spawn egg. Why is this here? Well, it's because now there's multiple colored dogs. Let's tame this guy. And no, I don't think we're actually going to keep this guy. I'm only doing it just as a pure example as to why I put the item here. So I'll most likely get rid of him after the video. And that was just shown as a pure example as to why that was there. There's now multiple colored dogs now. So that's why this is here. The village, as you can see, while being our last room, is honestly very well decorated for this party. Fun fact actually, it was actually the first room I did for this party. So that is another fun fact for you. Like I said, all the inside rooms are not updated. Only the outside of the village is. So that's why it looks like this. This honestly looks really nice, and a nice way to wrap up the whole party too. And also, despite it being the first room I made, I did have to clear out some of this since it was blocking the path. Because some of that tree was blocking the path. But honestly, this looks extremely nice. What do you guys think of this? Nothing back here since the tree's there. But yeah, it looks honestly extremely nice. Anyway, guys, that basically wraps everything up, actually. There's not really much else to say. The fountain also looks really nice. And, yeah. There's not much else to say. The village, honestly, if I'm being quite honest, I think the port has to be my favorite room. Because, my god, it really embraces the colors in this part. But, wow. Did I do something with this party, guys? Wow. This is one heck of an event, isn't it? I will admit. I don't think I needed to go to this extent for an Earth Day party, but you know what? I'm genuinely glad that I did. Because, my god, is it beautiful! So, guys, well, there you have it. That is the Earth Day Party 2024.